Hello, this is Brian J signing on. It's been a few weeks since I made a video, but I'm making one. And this video is about the upcoming female fights that are happening. We have Paige Van Zandt fighting in January. I forgot the name of the fighter she's fighting, but she's pretty good. She's not no slouch, so we'll see if Paige can win the fight at 125 pounds. We'll see what happens. We got Holly Holm and Chris Cyborg fighting this Saturday, December 30th, in the main event of UFC 219. And I have Chris Cyborg winning by TKO within the first 2 or 3 rounds. I think Holly, she's great at controlling range and distance, but she's not that great at doing much of anything else. She's not great with her hands. She's not that accurate with her hands, with her striking. And she's good with her kicks. I mean, her left leg kick is the most devastating strike in her arsenal. But beyond that, she's not that accurate with her hands, and she actually misses over 65% of her total strikes. And Chris Cyborg lands, I think, 51% of her total strikes. So Cyborg is more accurate with her strikes, and she has really good technique with her stand-up and Muay Thai. And her boxing is really good. She's great with her hands, great with her feet, and everything else. So I think Cyborg's going to win within 2 or 3 rounds by TKO. I think she's going to be able to time Holly Holmes' predictable kickboxing combination. And after a while, she's going to get to Holly and close the distance, close range, and knock her out. And yeah, that's going to be the end of the fight. And then we got Cynthia Calvillo fighting Carla Esparza on Saturday in the undercard on the main card. Starting at 10 o'clock. She's, I think, the second fight on the main card. And I got Cynthia Calvillo either winning by submission or unanimous decision over 3 rounds. Cynthia is better on her feet and with her hands. Her boxing and her striking is really good. She was out-striking and out-landing Joanne Calderwood. She was piecing her up really good in the second round. Even though it was a round I gave to Joanne Calderwood, I thought Cynthia did really good at piecing her up and landing a lot of hands and some good kicks. And she got 2 different takedowns in the first and third round. She got a takedown at the end of the first, and she got a takedown at the end of the third round of that fight. So I gave Cynthia 2 rounds. I had her clearly winning the fight, and she won in Scottsdale, which is Calderwood's home country. So good for Cynthia Calvillo. I have Cynthia beating Carla Esparza. And we got Valentina Shevchenko fighting a Brazilian MMA fighter. This Brazilian fighter is a former drug addict who's now a full-time MMA fighter who's got her life together. She's 8-0. She's undefeated, and she's very hungry. But I think she's tailor-made for Valentina, and I have Valentina Shevchenko winning by unanimous decision or TKO. I think she's going to beat almost all the women in the Tough House. I think she can beat the majority of them, maybe all of them. She might struggle against Nico Montano, but when she fights her, eventually I think Valentina's clearly going to win. Yeah, there's a few other fights happening. Oh, we have Tisha Torres fighting Jessica Andrade. That's going to be a great fight, but I have Jessica Andrade. Jessica Andrade is just a mauler. She's a brawler. She's a good puncher. She's great on the ground. She's very strong in the clinch. She's great with her strikes. I think Jessica Andrade is going to dominate Tisha Torres. I think she's just going to overwhelm her and overpower her, and she's going to win at least 2 or 3 rounds. That fight's happening in February. We have Kat Zingano fighting Caitlin Vieira. That's going to be a good fight. I think Zingano's wrestling is going to be too much, but Caitlin is great on her back, and she's a jiu-jitsu artist, so she might get the submission. Yeah, there's a lot of fights coming up for female fights. I thought Rose Namajunas was supposed to fight Tisha Torres. At least that was the rumor. And Carolina Kodikiewicz was going to fight Jessica Andrade. But it looks like that's not happening. Jessica Andrade is going to fight Tisha Torres. And I think Rose Namajunas is going to fight Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Or Rose Namajunas is going to fight Carolina and try to win that rematch. So we'll have to see where that goes. Let's see if Rose could beat Carolina. But it's going to be very interesting. And I think Joanna, if Rose loses to Carolina, if she fights Carolina, if Rose loses, I think Joanna's just going to move up to 125 pounds. I think that's going to be, I think Joanna's done with the 115-pound strawweight division. So those are my thoughts on upcoming female fights. They're definitely happening in the next 3 months from starting this Saturday all the way up to March. So yep, it's good to make a video again, and I'm going to make another one in a little bit. This is Brian J signing off for now.